From Gesa Stadium in Pasco, it's time for MCC Classic Baseball. Hello once again, Craig West along with Rob Jesselson and a couple of 9 and 10 teams ready to go at it here at Gesa Stadium.
Yeah, and they both went at it last night, and in that game it was the Lions who actually jumped out to a 4-1 lead. But in the 5th inning, Craig, it was Richland who scored 7 runs in that inning, leading to a 9-4 victory. So Richland going for the weekend sweep today. Otherwise, you have Kennewick hoping to end the weekend on a high note.
Kennewick will go with Cooper Shelby on the mound. Richland, they will throw Josh Ellis. What can you tell us about these two?
Well, it should be a pretty good one on the mound today between both of these teams. Both of them need a good outing from their starting pitchers, because like we said, both of them want to win today, especially with the postseason starting next week.
And of course, starting next week with the postseason, throughout the records, everybody is 0-0. Got some great baseball this afternoon. Stay with us. It's all coming up next on SWX.
This SWX Sports event is brought to you by the Curly Integrity Mazda in the Pasco Autoplex.
Well, right now, down at home plate, our home plate umpire, Dan Kloss, along with base umpire Greg Mitchell. They go over the ground rules, a little bit different than what the teams are used to playing at the high school. So here at Gesa Stadium, just familiarizing with one another, and there are some places you can get into trouble in this park. There's some nooks and crannies here at the ballpark.
Yeah, it's a little bit bigger than the normal high school field as well. To left, it is 335 down the line, 400 to straightaway center, and 335 to right field. If you take a look at a normal high school baseball field dimensions, Craig, it's typically about 380 to center, so it's 400 here. And as we've seen, even when the Dust Devils play, it is tough to hit a home run in this ballpark.
And in fact, how tough is it? I think going back to the beginning of the Dust Devils back in 2001 when they moved from the Rockies affiliate, made the move from Portland as the Portland Rockies, when they moved here to become the Dust Devils, about 9 home runs a year is about the average that go over the park. I can tell you, though, there is one name that's familiar if you're a Richland baseball fan, the name of Travis Buck. And he comes to mind. He was a second-round pick of the Oakland Athletics. He's the first guy and only guy I've ever seen in this ballpark, back when he enjoyed the athletics organization in front of family and friends, hit one over the center field fence. He's the only guy, even back in the days when the Western Baseball Pro League was here, they never saw anybody hit one over the center field fence. Travis Buck played a little bit in the major leagues, and of course he's still back in the area working with kids. he could hit the ball a long way, but it's a very unforgiving ballpark as far as dimensions are concerned. There have been 2 no-hitters, at least minor league thrown, and the last one thrown with the Dust Devils was back in 2013, a combined no-hitter. In fact, the only 9-inning perfect game in history in the Northwest League came back in the inaugural season of 2001. The only one in the history of the Northwest League. And Kip Bachnight started the game. A couple of relievers finished it up. And it was an interesting game in that on that late August day, the Dust Devils had to get a run in the 9th inning on a dribbler up the third base line. And they won 1-0. That's how tough this ballpark could be. You throw a perfect game, and the question is, did you win?
Certainly is a pitcher's dream here in Pasco, and certainly the 2 pitchers on the mound today hoping that the dream continues today. And of course, Craig, I was just going to say, this is the 3rd game of the day.
Still one more to go. It's 7 o'clock after this, and this really 24-hour in-between doubleheader. These 2 teams met yesterday, and we talked about it in the pregame. It was a game that Richland had the big comeback late in the game and won 9-4.
Yeah, they scored 7 runs in that 5th inning, originally down 4-1. Scored 7 in the 5th, another in the 6th, and were able to come away with the victory.
Adam Weisenfels first up, first pitch swinging, bounced to short, glove there by Schultheis, who makes the play, and 1 down. So the compact swing of Weisenfels, bouncer to short, 6-3, 1 pitch, 1 down. That'll bring up left fielder Kevin Augustine. Cooper Shelby on the mound. And the overhand fastball taken up high for ball 1.
Just getting back to that Weisenfels at bat. Leadoff man showing a lot of aggressiveness to start this ball game. First pitch swinging. Nice start for the Lions.
Off-speed pitch. That one dished down low for ball 2, 2-0. Up on the edge of the grass at third, he was up 2 or 3 steps. Talon LaFontaine now has moved back to the cutout. See if he creeps up again. Fastball up and outside, 3-0. DH Chase Mooney is on deck. Look at the defense for Richland. At first base, Tim G. Trent Sellers at second. Schultheis at short. Talon LaFontaine at third. Fastball for a strike, 3-1. Easton Sellers at left. Blake Loftus in center. Bryce Warren out at right. And Braden Collier behind the plate with Shelby out on the mound. 3-1 offering. Down and away for ball 4. So the 5-pitch walk. Augustine to first. And our first base runner of the game. Number 3 hitter is DH Chase Mooney. The wind, which can be prevalent here at Gesa Stadium, blowing out from right to the left field line. And the first pitch offered on the inside corner, off-speed curve for a strike. Mooney, a junior. And there's a balk. He went to come to the plate and stopped. So an easy call for Dan Kloss, the home plate umpire. Well, you got to come to the plate in that situation. I don't know whether he stumbled or what as we look at him out on the mound, but he went to come to the plate and that was it, just ate it.
Well, it sounded like, Craig, somebody on the Kennewick bench told him to step off because they thought the runner at first was going, and that wasn't the case, and as a result, he balked.
He didn't step off, he stepped to the plate, and that's a simple balk. Fastball up and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. So you got to take that step back. Instead, he stepped straight to the plate. And easy balk, 1-1. Up high, fastball, 2-1. So down at second, the 1-out walk to Augustine, and now balked down to second by Shelby. Fouled away, right back to the netting. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, coming up at 7 o'clock, Chiawana and Hanford go at it, and that was quite the game. Some great highlights you had last night on the news at 11 o'clock.
Certainly was. Chihuahua scoring 4 runs in the 7th to come away with a huge victory.
7-6 win. A couple of home runs in that game.
Yeah, the wind must have been blown out at Hanford then, huh?
One over the center field fence. Fouled away on the 2-2. Yeah, we had a home run. Bradley Poletsky over the 380 sign over the hitter's backdrop. So a good 400 feet at least on that home run.
Brady Harai also hit one as well.
Hit one to right center field. Breaking ball, check swing. He committed. Strike 3. The runner's going to go down. Now they got the runner going to third. And the throw, did they get him? Everybody's safe. So instead of getting the sure out down at first base, Mooney strikes out, but he gains first. How about that? And then moving over to third, Augustine advances on the throw. Or no throw, we should say. And the throw was late.
Well, as we take another look at this was a nice play by Braden Collier, a nice block. And then he gets Augustine in a rundown, and the throw to third was on the wrong side of the bag.
Well, you want that to the inside of the bag, instead went into foul territory. And that cost the out. Runners at the corners, one away, and this one bends down and away for ball 1 to clean up hitter right fielder Josh Mendoza. So Richland looking for the jump start here in the top of the first. Hit in the air to center field. Back on it goes Loftus. Will he get there? He does. Gloves. Tag at third. Augustine in to score without a play. And it's 1-0 Richland. So Mendoza gets the job done with a sac fly to center field and picks up an RBI. Remaining at first is Chase Mooney. Augustine scores. So most certainly the balk comes into play. And the non-out at third base. Christian Berry, the number 5 hitter, first baseman, takes a fastball up high for ball 1. It doesn't matter what level of play, you give somebody 4 or 5 outs and you give them those opportunities, things will happen. Breaking ball for a strike to Berry, 1-1.
Especially a team like Richland, who still has a lot to play for, even with it being the last day of the regular season.
Off speed, bends in for a strike. 1-2 the count.
Still competing for positioning in the MCC standings.
A lot of things can change too at the end of the day, as well as we were talking about before the game. 1-2. Hit in the air, right field side. Will he have room? The first baseman, G over to have a look, and the ball lands 4 rows back into the seats. Used to be a lot more foul territory, but down there, third base side and first base side a few years ago, the Dust Devils added in some field boxes. So a little less room. Runner goes, breaking ball outside, down to second goes Mooney. So give him a stolen base. Coach Grant Richardson being aggressive here at the start of the game. Richland with 1 in. They have the 1-0 lead here with 2 out in the top of the first. Breaking ball fouled away. Back in the seats off first. Mooney with the walking lead off second. 2-2. Missed away for ball 3. So full count. Christian Berry. 2 out, run in for Richland. Cooper Shelby. Down and in for ball 4. Second walk of the inning. 6th hitter of the inning, the catcher Cade Music. The senior swings. It's a pop-up. First base side. There's room. Will they get to the ball? No, they won't. Braden Collier over to have a look, and ball landed right on the warning track over to the right of home plate. Oh, and 1 the count. So if music can prolong things, we'll see Kyle Corrigan, the third baseman. Potential 7th hitter of the inning. Over for a strike at the knees. 0-2.
Well, if you're head coach for Kennewick, Lenny Ayers, you're happy to see Cooper Shelby jump ahead in this count, especially after walking his second batter of the inning just moments ago. Ahead in the count 0-2 now, hoping to put an end to this Bomber rally.
The 0-2. Missed down and away. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Richland with a run in. Mooney at second. Barry at first. Outfield pretty much straight away at medium depth with the exception of Warren shallow and right. There's a ground ball over the mound. Back a second. Diving stop. Schultheis knocks it down. Makes the play. Throw to the plate. Going to be cut off. It's an infield hit. Nice play to keep it on the infield by Schultheis, but nevertheless, Mooney off and running with the crack of the bat, comes in on the base hit. That's good hustle. Barry to second. Give an RBI to Music. But a fine diving stop by Schultheis. That keeps the runner, Barry, at second base.
Well, it keeps Barry at second base, and it gave him a chance to get Mooney out at the plate. It looks like for a second they were going to have him there, but you're right, Craig. What a play by Schultheis. I mean, showing off his range here in the first inning. Off to his left side, made the diving stop. Just unfortunately wasn't able to make the play at the plate.
Ball was cut off by G. Don't believe that if they'd let it come through, it was going to be close. I think they were more concerned about what was going to happen, that Barry might advance. Kyle Corrigan, the third baseman, 7th hitter of the inning, and the breaking ball away for ball 1. Lenny Ayers went out, had a quick chat with Cooper Shelby. 1-0. Line drive, right center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Around third, heading for home is Barry. He will score. Over to third goes Music. And an RBI single to right center by Corrigan. And Richland off and rolling with 3 runs here in the top of the first. So it all started. First pitch ground out to short by Adam Weisenfels, but since then, success for Richland.
Yeah, the Bombers' hitters so far in this first inning, they've done a nice job of showing patience at the plate. They've drawn 2 walks. The last 3 straight hitters have reached base, Craig.
Gavin March, the second baseman, takes a pitch inside for a ball. Potential 9th hitter of the inning, center fielder Derek Harder is on deck. High pop, left side, that'll twist out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Richland with 3 in with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the first inning. Sacrifice fly by Mendoza. Got the first run. Now trotting down to second base goes Corrigan without a play. So he trots down to second base. Runners at second and third. And the threat continues as the pitch missed. 2-1 the count. Bouncer back to the mound. Speared by Shelby. He'll toss over to first baseman Tim G for the out. And that's that. 8 batters in the inning. 3 runs for Richland. And they have the 3-0 lead after a half inning here on SWX.
Augustine. One man in center field, number 6, Derek Carter.
Well, Richland sends 8 batters to the plate in the top of the first inning. 3 runs, 2 hits, and leave 2. Successful first inning, I'd say, Rob Jesselson.
Oh, absolutely. Like I said earlier, Richland doing a real nice job at the plate in that first inning. Situational hitting, timely hitting. A lot of that came with 2 outs on the board, Craig, and that's certainly the start you want to get out to if you're the Richland Bombers looking to sweep the weekend series against Kennewick.
As a look at Josh Ellis loosening up, the senior. Right-handers, he gets ready to face Blake Loftus, Trent Sellers, and Braden Collier, 1, 2, and 3 hitters for the Lions lineup. And the overhand fastball, inside portion for a strike. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count to Loftus.
Loftus comes into tonight's game hitting .260 on the year.
Breaking ball, tried to get him to fish after that. That one bends outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball, line to left, base hit. In on it, Augustine at left to get the ball back into the infield. So Loftus, good bit of hitting with the 1-2 count, and drives that one into left field for a base hit. Second baseman Trent Sellers. Take a look at the defense for Richland. Christian Berry at first, Gavin March at second, Adam Weisenfels at short, Kyle Corrigan at third. There's a ball bounced foul to third. Fielded there by Lenny Earls. He'll toss it out of play. Kevin Augustine in left, Eric Harder in center, Josh Mendoza in right, and Cade Music back behind the plate with Ellis on the mound. Slow curve, that one missed inside.
Sellers, a junior on the year, Craig. He's hitting .373. Leads the Lions with 22 hits on the year. Also leads the team with 19 RBIs.
Throw it to first, and Loftus dives back. Berry holding him on. Bouncer to third. Glove there, Corrigan. He'll go to second for 1. On to first. They turn 2. Round the horn, 5, 4, 3, twin killing. And just like that, 2 down. Good turn, Corrigan to March to Berry. Got to bring up Braden Collier, the catcher. So well turned, Corrigan, even with the bag, and there he is, Talon. He knocks it down at third. Corrigan picks it up, throws short. Good scoop by Berry. No runs, 1 hit there in the inning for Kennewick. After 1, 3-0 Richland here on SWX.
This SWX broadcast is brought to you by Rustine Family RV with must-see inventory arriving daily. Shop online 24/7 at rustinerv.com. Not just a better deal, a better dealership.
Well, Richland with 3 in the top of the first inning. In the driver's seat as we go to the second, Derek Harder, number 9 hitter in the order, center fielder, takes a breaking pitch low for ball 1. Bouncer wide of third in the hole at short. Backhanded Schultheis. The long throw not nearly in time. Infield hit, third of the game for the Bombers.
Shortstop number 7, Adam Weissenfeld.
So 2 of the hits have been of the infield variety. Top of the order for Adam Weisenfels, who bounced out to his counterpart at short in the first. First pitch swinging. He's 0 for 1. Shows a bunt. Takes a pitch that misses. Runner goes. Throw to second and gone. At second, Derek Harder. Nice throw from behind the plate by Braden Collier.
You know what, Craig? I was going to say, it looked like Harder actually had a good jump. But what a toss from Braden Collier from behind the plate.
1-0 fastball for a strike, 1-1. Excellent play by Collier. He got rid of that thing quick.
The throw was right on the money.
Breaking ball. That went backhanded, down and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Bouncer bounced back to the mound off the leg as Shelby is going to have to throw to first, and he does get him. Underhands to G, and we'll see about Shelby. Caught that one right in the shin. Kind of a kick save there with the left leg, but stayed with it, made the play. 2 down, but he paid a price. Kind of right in the shin.
Yeah, it looks like it went off his left leg. Thankfully, it ricocheted toward first base, and all he had to do was underhand it to Tim G. But you see there, Coach Ayers on the mound talking with Cooper.
Lenny is sold that he's fine and he'll stay in the game. Not a lot of skin down there on that shin to protect you when you take a ball off that shin.
No, that one's going to hurt.
That one went about 40 feet to his left. Fortunately, as you said, halfway over to first base. Kevin Augustine singled, balked to second and scored back in that 3-run first. First pitch misses for ball 1. Fastball for a strike. And the wind picking up a bit. Continuing to blow from the right field line to the left field line. Breaking ball in the dirt. 2 balls, 1 strike.
And after taking that last one off the shin, that might be one of those for Cooper Shelby, Craig, where the adrenaline's kind of pumping for him right now, and I'm sure later on in a few hours it'll start stinging.
Fastball for a strike, 2-2 the count. Nobody on, 2 out here in the top of the second. Richland with the 3-0 lead. Fastball over but low, and so we've gone as far as we can. Cooper Shelby with Kevin Augustine. Three-two offering. Missed down low and away, and ball 4. Third free pass of the game, given up in an inning and 2/3 by Shelby. Now DH Chase Mooney. Mooney struck out in the first, but reached on a ball down in the dirt. That was the play that kind of set the table for the inning as Kevin Augustine moved over to third. Eventually Mooney stole second base and came in on a base hit by Cade Music. Over for a strike. Grant Richardson with the signs down at third. Breaking ball down and in. 1 ball and 1 strike. Mooney with a open stance. Runner goes at first. Pitch a ball. Throw down to second. Not in time. So Augustine steals second base. Second stolen base of the game for Richland. 2-1 to Mooney. Missed inside for ball 3.
And we see a more aggressive play on the base paths for the Richland Bombers. Certainly hoping to extend this 3-0 lead they have here in the top of the second.
Bouncer over the mound, back a second, fielded there, backhanded Sellers, the throw to first in time. Nice play, Sellers to G for 3. No runs, 1 hit, and a man left after 1.5. 3-0 Bombers. You're on SWX.
Leading off the bottom half of the second inning for the Kennewick Lions, first baseman number 25, Tim G.
4, 5, and 6 hitters for the Kennewick Lions here in the bottom of the second. Down the downside of a 3-0 score. Tim G, Talon LaFontaine, then Easton Stevens. And a dribbler up the third base line. Barehanded, Corrigan picks it up and throws him out. Nice play by Corrigan. He's been tested here in the first inning plus, hasn't he, Rob?
Yeah, the last 3 batters have actually come to him first. The second batter of the game, Trent Sellers, in fact, grounded into a 5-4-3 double play. Braden Collier, and to end last inning, grounded out to Mr. Corrigan at third. Actually made a nice play and makes his 3rd nice play of the game already.
Talon LaFontaine steps in, and he'll take a fastball high for ball 1. It's been tested in every way. 1 hit right at him for the around-the-horn double play. The 5-3 put out caught him really on a short bounce to end the first, and then that one, the dribbler up the line and the barehand play. Fastball up and in.
After Josh Ellis, early candidate for steak dinner tonight, his 3rd baseman.
3-0 the count. Fastball for a strike. Talon LaFontaine to chuck the bat away, and he'll have to go back and come back up to the plate. 3-1 pitch. Up and in, and there's ball 4. Second base runner for the Lions in this game. First free pass given up by Ellis. Music for behind the plate, out to have a quick conversation with Ellis out on the mound. Easton Stevens, the left fielder. Barry at first, holding on LaFontaine. Fastball up and in, pushed him off the plate.
And Craig, we've mentioned the wind a little bit here. It looks like they're going to have Easton Stevens take his necklace off. Just getting back to the wind, taking a look at the American flag over in left center field. It is blowing straight from right into left field at the moment.
Fastball down and in, 2-0. Well before your arrival and not long after mine. Back in the late 90s, used to be all dirt fields out here. And didn't have all the soccer fields and softball that we have now. And you get a posse game going on in the old Western Baseball League, and that wind would come up in the evening, and you couldn't see. Two-0. Over for a strike, 2-1.
Couldn't see.
You could not see from the dirt blowing out here at the track. So you had a lot of dirt out here. You didn't have all the fields that you have today. And it could really be uncomfortable here at the park. Down low for ball 3, 3-1. But a lot has changed, of course, with the growth of the soccer here and all the softball fields that surround here. And with all the building around. With the way Road 68 built up. You get the winds that would blow through here, and boy, it could be interesting at night. Three-one pitch, runner goes up and in, ball 4. So down to second goes LaFontaine, who was going nevertheless on the pitch. That'll bring up the DH. Tyler Todish. That'll get a conversation out on the mound.
And since we have a second here, Craig, looks like there's some action down in the Kennewick bullpen right now. Looks like Trent Sellers is getting warmed up for the Lions.
Also Richland with Garrett Guffey, a left-hander, doing some throwing down the right field line too. And the first pitch to Todish inside for a ball, 1-0. First real threat for Kennewick in the game. Over for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. In the air down the right field line, slicing as it turns and goes out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ellis, very deliberate out of the mound as he looks into music for the sign, and now back off the rubber. And Todish will back out. Right fielder Bryce Warren on deck. LaFontaine at second, Stevens at first. Breaking ball hit off the end of the bat, foul. Right side now to play.
Turn all foul balls to the newest dugout.
Ellis the look down at second. Breaking ball, a wave and a miss for strike 3. First strikeout for Ellis. 2 down.
That was a great pitch from Ellis there. After Todish had fouled the last few off, he certainly took a lot off that one. Had Todish way out in front. As a result, gets a big second out here in the second.
Number 8 hitter is Bryce Warren, the right fielder. Pitch way outside. Out to box it down. Music by the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. LaFontaine off second. Stevens again at first. Breaking ball in the dirt. Knocked out on his way to third. LaFontaine, and the throw. They got him. Play goes 2 2-5. Warren stranded at the plate. No runs, no hits, one left after two. 3-0 Richland on SWX.
Tonight's game is being carried on SWX Live. You can watch SWX on Charter Channel 183 or over the air on 25.3. Tonight's game will be replayed on SWX Sunday morning at 9 o'clock. DVD copies of this game can be purchased by contacting the SWX office.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Lynx Healthcare. Your healthcare is their mission. Now offering chiropractic and massage. Lynx Healthcare, a proud sponsor of high school baseball on SWX.
Here, Richland with 3 runs on 3 hits through 2. They have left 3. Into his 3rd inning of work, Cooper Shelby. First offering to Josh Mendoza, up and away for a ball, 1-0. Shelby comes right back. Fastball hit in the air to center field and deep. On his horse, Loftus turns and makes the catch. When left the bat, looked like it might have some carry off the bat of Mendoza, but perhaps the wind cut that down a bit. But he hit it hard.
Certainly a nice crack of the bat there. I think Mendoza is actually going with a wood bat. But you're right, he certainly hit it hard. Nice route taken to the ball by Blake Loftus for a quick out here in the 3rd.
Christian Berry walked and scored in the 3-run first. Fouls the first pitch off. 0-1 the count. Overhead fastball taken up and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. One offering. Bouncer down to short. Schultheis, 2 hops, picks it up. And the throw in time to G. So quickly, 2 up and 2 down for Richland here in the top of the 3rd. Catcher Cade music. Cooper Shelby, and now a bunt. Back to the mound, picked up by Shelby, and the throw to first in time. First 1-2-3 inning for Kennewick through 2.5. Richland with a 3-0 lead. You're on SWX. Josh Ellis into his 3rd inning of work. Kennewick Lions with 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Bryce Warren, Jacob Schultheis, and then to the top of the order for Blake Loftus.
The 3rd inning for the Kennewick Lions. Right fielder number 14, Bryce Warren.
So Bryce Warren, he'll come up in the second inning. First threat of the afternoon as far as Kennewick was concerned. Couple of walks, but couldn't do anything with it. First pitch misses for ball one. Off speed. Nice pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one.
Yeah, Ellis has done a nice job with that changeup. Switching up the speeds. He's had Lions batters off balance the first time through the order here.
Up and in. That one bends Warren off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. In right, Mendoza very shallow. That one hits it. Pitch up in the shoulder. Off-speed pitch caught him up in the arm, and Warren takes the hit, and down to first he goes. Well, those, if you're going to catch a ball in the arm, you don't mind volunteering on a breaking pitch, and he took it right in the shoulder. Jacob Schuldeis, the number 9 hitter, the shortstop. Shows bunt, pitch in the dirt. That gets away from Music by the plate. Going to be a wild pitch. Warren down to second. So effectively gets the runner down to second base, Bryce Warren. And Schuldeis with a 1 ball and no strike count. Shows bunt again. Breaking ball, missed down and in. 2 balls, no strike. Lenny Ayers going through a series of signs down at third base. See if that bunt perhaps still on, or with a 2-0 pitch. Shows a bunt but takes a breaking ball for a strike, 2-1.
Schuldeis, just a freshman, Craig. Shown he can be a real asset for this Kennewick team. Hitting .333 on the year.
Down and away for ball 3, 3-1. Slightly open stance. Showed some good range here in the game too, at the shortstop position. High pop, right side, calling Gavin March. He'll make the play inside the line at first. So a pop out to the second baseman, 1 down. Blake Loftus steps in. Single to left in the first inning. He's 1 for 1. Ellis looks down at second. Check swing. No swing. 1 ball, no strikes. Warren, the walking lead off second base. Up and in. Pushed him off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Ellis set. Ground ball, foul. Right down to Lenny Ayers at third base.
Well, Craig, we mentioned how this is the 3rd game of the Mid-Columbia Conference Classic here at Gesa Stadium today. It was the Kamaikan Braves who won the 10 o'clock game over Walla Walla 5-3. And Southridge topped Pasco 14-0 in game 2. 17 hits for the Suns. Mr. Hull, a 2-hitter in that 5-inning ball game. So Southridge certainly cruising into the postseason.
3-1, bounce to third, up on the edge of the grass at third court, and again scoops it and throws across to Barry in time. So he's had 4 putouts in this game. 5-3 if you're scoring. 2 away. Warren remains down at second. And Trent Sellers. Sellers bounced into the around the horn 5-4-3 double play in that first inning that Corrigan started. Up high for ball 1. Corrigan's been tested in every imaginable form, with the exception of a bunt. 1-0. There's a shot to left, and that's going to be fair and in the corner. Extra bases. That'll score Warren on his way for 2. Sellers, and it's a 3-1 game. That one roped to left. So an RBI double to left by Sellers. That plates Warren. Lead shaved to 2. No chance for Augustine at left as that one got down to the corner in a hurry.
No, he really turned on that thing. Sent it right down the line. Like you said, Harder and left never really had a chance at all. Nice piece of hitting by Trent Sellers.
Braden Collier, first pitch for a strike. Bounced out to third. Nice short hop play by Corrigan to end the first inning. He's 0 for 1. Breaking ball down and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kennewick with a run in has shaved the lead to 2 at 3-1. RBI double with 2 out to left field. Trent Sellers, who's down at second. Way outside. Backhanded by Music. Ball 2, 2-1.
Collier hitting a shade under 300 coming into this afternoon's ball game. 9 RBIs on the year. Hoping to make it 10.
2-1. Up high for ball 3. Collier with a 3-1 count. Ellis ready. Inside, ball 4. Third free pass given up by Ellis here this afternoon. And Tim Gee comes up. And we're going to have a pitching change. So Richland had Garrett Guffey throwing last inning and this inning as well. And I believe Guffey is going to come in. And indeed he is.
So Ellis's day comes to an end, Craig, having given up 1 earned run on just 2 hits. Struck out 1. And I think this is a good change, good decision by Coach Grant Richardson. The last few batters, Ellis had fallen behind in the count. Now you bring in Guffey, a left-hander. Certainly a different release point. Hoping to keep the Kennewick Lions lineup at bay here with the 4th hitter, Tim Gee, coming up.
They gave up. Ellis did 2 hits. So far 1 run, but walked 3 and 1 strikeout. Start off easy in the first, but then begin to labor in the second, and then the action down the line with Guffey in the second, and now the pitching change in the third. So the senior loosening up. And we're ready to go. Tim Gee will step in, grounded out to third, opening up the second. He's 0 for 1. So Sellers with the RBI double to left down at second. Collier with the 5-pitch walk down at first, and the end of the afternoon for Josh Ellis. Can't close the book on him as both runners are Ellis's. Guffey will deal a pitch down and away for ball 1.
His first time up, G grounded out to who? Mr. Corrigan at third.
Down and in, ball 2, 2-0. Now throw over to first. Yeah, that is not going to be allowed. That is a balk. He went to throw to first, and Christian Berry was back in position at first base. Can't do that. So our second balk of the game. So Guffey, well, you got to throw over to first base, but you got to have somebody standing there. 2-0 the count. This one drilled to right center field. Back on it. Mendoza's there, and he'll make the catch. So G hit it hard, but at the right fielder. 1 run. An RBI double by Sellers and 2 left. After 3, 3-1 Richland on SWX. Coming up at 7 o'clock, Chiawana and Hanford, a rematch of yesterday's game you saw in SWX, a game that Chiawana with 4 in the top of the 7th turned the game around and won it 7-6. Looking forward to that one, Rob.
Yeah, it should be a good game, especially with the hodgepodge that we have in the MCC 4A standings coming into today.
Cal Corrigan at the plate. Ground ball over the mound, back a second, another diving play. Schultheis gets up, throws, and got him. Well, we talked earlier about the range of Schultheis. And the youngster makes a fine play.